19.6 billion light years is the size of the diameter of our universe. In it, there are the stars, the planets, the galaxies, us, the humans, and probably the aliens. Something so enormous and fascinating raises a lot of questions. Have you ever wondered what came before what? Did the stars come first or the galaxies? Which was the first star? Was Earth the first planet of our solar system? Obviously, the sun was not placed on the center of the solar system, nor was the Earth kept on the orbit so that it could revolve around the sun. The Earth and the sun were formed gradually. Now, when I say the words formed and gradually, it means sometimes at the back, the Earth and sun was not there. Everything in the universe was formed gradually, which means sometimes ago, everything was not there. There was nothing. So out of the many fascinating questions of the universe today, we are going to answer, how did something come from nothing? In the 19th century, Edwin Hubble saw through his Hubble telescope that the galaxies are actually moving away from each other. In fact, we can demonstrate his observation with the help of a balloon. Now imagine this balloon is our universe with all the galaxies around it. How are the galaxies going to move away from each other? Only when the universe expands. The universe has been expanding, and it is still expanding, and the galaxies are going further and further away from each other, which means the galaxies used to be closer and closer. Maybe at one point, it was just one galaxy. This observation gave rise to the infamous theory that we call the Big Bang theory. Now, the name Big Bang makes it sound like a huge explosion, but in reality, there was nothing big, nor was there any bang, nor were there 10 seasons. So what was the Big Bang? All the matter in the universe was concentrated into an infinitely small space of infinite temperature and pressure. And from here, our tiny little universe started expanding rapidly. At more than 10 billion degrees Celsius, the only particles that existed were called gluons. Even the gluons couldn't survive the heat, but the ones which did came together to form the elementary particles called quarks. These quarks destroyed each other, gave rise to more gluons, which in turn formed pairs of quarks. The cycle stopped once the universe expanded and cooled down enough, allowing the quarks to come together to form the particles called hadrons. Only the stable hadrons, like the protons and the neutrons, could survive. At this point, say happy birthday to the universe. It's 1 second old and it's more than 100 billion kilometers. Over the next few minutes, as the universe kept expanding, the temperature kept decreasing, and at one point, the protons and the neutrons could decompose to form the first atomic nuclei. After around 300,000 years later, the universe expanded and cooled down enough, allowing the nuclei to capture electrons to form a fully fledged hydrogen and helium atom, which are the basis of our universe. Over the next millions and billions of years, hydrogen gases clumped together to form clouds of hydrogen, which in turn form the galaxies, the stars, the planets, and everything in the universe that we know today. However, do we know everything? What happened before the Big Bang? How did everything come together? The answer is, we don't know. This is where the natural laws of science stop making sense and things go beyond the understanding of human beings, which leads us to so many unanswered questions. Were there universes before us? Universes where creatures lived like us? Maybe those creatures didn't live on oxygen. We don't know. We may never know. But what we do know is that the universe started over here, gave rise to particles, which in turn formed complex particles that led to the formation of galaxies, the stars, and the planets. And look what the universe has 14.7 billion years later. Us, the humans, the best creations of the universe, because we have been unveiling the mysteries that it hides, the phenomenon that it governs, and we'll keep doing that until there are no more questions to answer. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.